Now let's go to the substance. Everybody has had a reason for their decision whether to agree with the reshuffle. Yours, I believe, was hinged on the current socio-economic circumstances. Am I accurate?
Well, mostly.
Okay.
And when I talk about major policy shifts, you see, while I agree that the coach determines what team he assembles, in this case, my answer is actually twofold. Yes, for certain actors within the economy that have vowed never to go to the IMF, when the signs were quite glaring, I thought that there should be some significant change in that department, based on their own words, really, and that they could do what they thought they could do, but they couldn't. Eventually, had to make a major U-turn to the IMF. But a part of me also feels that the kinds of reshuffling we may be talking about has to do with a root and stem approach.
Okay.
And so, what are we looking at? I mean, we thought that, for instance, the government should start reordering its expenditure patterns. Not just some haircut, as we have seen so far, the 30 or so called percentage cut in expenditure was going to give us close to about 200 million Ghana cedis. When in actual fact, discretionary spending could be cut by almost 6 billion Ghana cedis. There's some of the analysis we've done. Now, if we did that, what it means is that you're actually taking a root and branch, a root and branch approach to dealing with the matter of the size of the economy. So the reshuffling here could be policy-led as well as personnel-led as well. And I think that if we are taking a cursory look at the numbers and the kinds of cuts that we wanted to see, major cuts would therefore lead to a rationalization of the ministries that we have. I mean, from 86, we could as well do about 40, really. There can be still stiffer realignment if the president wanted. But the president is an expansionary thinker. He thinks in bigger terms. And so we may not necessarily have to quarrel with that. But if I were looking at the numbers, my reshuffling is not necessarily about just changing or reordering personnel. It's actually cutting the size of government to fit exactly what the economy is actually looking like right now. As I'm saying, if we took 6 billion, if we took a skipple and cut 6 billion of discretionary spending, you're actually going to cut a number of the ministries away, and that will force a realignment or rationalization of these ministries. So these persons may find themselves in other departments, or they may just be chucked out of the system entirely. So my reshuffling is actually in twofold. One, that deals with the department that said we're never going to go to the IMF, when indeed the numbers were showing clearly. But a larger reshuffle would mean, for me, one that accompanies deeper cuts, and deeper cuts should lead the reshuffling. The reshuffling is not just in terms of personnel, but in terms of the reconfiguration of government, the government system that we have right now.